Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever it is where you are. Welcome to Damien After Dark. You're watching the official Baddies After Show, where we will be recapping the latest Baddies Midwest and Baddies Gone Wild auditions. Yes, this is your one non-stop place to come for your Baddies content, okay? Because we talk about every episode, and this week is no different. We are on part 3 of the audition process. You know that, or we know that they are doing joint auditions. The girls are auditioning for Baddies Gone Wild, and they are also auditioning for Baddies Midwest. Now, what is the difference, you may be wondering? From what I have gathered, these are two separate shows, obviously. Baddies Midwest will more than likely be airing first after Baddies Caribbean, and it's pretty much going to be what we've seen the last few seasons, right? Baddies Midwest is pretty much going to be a continuation of Baddies ATL, Baddies South, Baddies East, Baddies West, Baddies Caribbean. Now we're going Midwest, right? So we can expect Natalie and Tasiki and, the Biggies and Tinkerbella. We can expect all those girls. Now, and they'll be traveling, of course, to Detroit and Ohio and Chicago and Minnesota and all those places. Baddies Gone Wild, from what I'm learning, is a different show. It's supposed to be fresh. It's supposed to be new. Now, we know that Zeus is really good to drop the ball on us, so I'm not holding my breath on Baddies Gone Wild. However, what I'm hearing is it's going to be a fresh new show with all new faces. No Natalie Nunn, from what I'm gathering. Now, Natalie, of course, will probably make cameos, pop up, host the girls, whatever. We know Natalie's gonna always make her face known. She's going to be there. They could tell Natalie, look, stay behind the camera. We're still going to pay you what you want. She wouldn't do it. She wants to be on camera, right? So we'll still get a little bit of Natalie. But Baddies Gone Wild should be something new, should be something different. So we'll have to wait and see. But we've gotta find out who the cast is, right? We've got to gather the girls. Who's gonna be the cast? Well, that's what these auditions are allegedly for. Now we know Zeus already has their cast picked. We know that the Baddies Midwest and the Baddies Gone Wild cast has probably already been picked. But we've got to have the audition process, right? We've got to hold the auditions because Zeus needs content. They need something to post on a Sunday night when Baddies ends. And all they've got is Jocelyn's Cabaret, because we've been on their ass for years about giving us one episode a week at $5.99 a month. The fuck? Now look, if you're new here, before we get into the episode, if you're new here, go ahead, click the subscribe button down below. And you may not be new here, because here's the gag. A lot of people that watch my channel, and this goes for other YouTubers as well, a lot of people who watch us aren't even subscribed. But yet they come back time and time again and watch. Which I'm fine with that, but please, if you're going to keep coming back, why not click that subscribe button? It helps me out, and it helps you out, because you're going to get notified as soon as a video is posted, okay? So if you don't know how, that subscribe button is somewhere right down there. Click my face, click Damien After Dark, and that will take you there. Also down there, you'll see a thumbs up button. Click that button and like this video. That helps me get into the YouTube algorithm, so even more beautiful people like yourself can find me here, and we can continue to grow this channel, okay? Now, if you want to join the Damien After Dark movement and help us sustain and keep growing the channel even bigger, in the description box below will be some ways that you can donate. Yes, you, using PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, Zelle. I will also post my Amazon wish list for anyone that chooses to donate that way. Thank you guys so much for the love, support, and donations, okay? Now, where do we begin? I feel like I'm further. I think I am. I feel like, I was about to say, I feel like I'm further away from the camera this time. Because usually I can, like, see myself. I feel like usually I'm like this, a lot closer. And today I feel like I'm, like, way back. Does it look like that from y'all's end too? And yeah, I just realized, usually I can't see on my desk. So I'm definitely further back today. But that's okay. How do y'all like it? Y'all like me better closer? Or do you like this kind of pulled back version? Yeah. So let's start with the auditions. We know, Somebody tell me why when I start talking, I get up here and I run my mouth and I get to talking and my mouth just gets so dry. I've never noticed that before. Like if I was, let's just say I wasn't filming and I was at the local Walmart and I saw my neighbor, hey neighbor, and we start talking and we get to talking for 15 minutes. I've never noticed my mouth get dry before like that. It only happens when I'm here on YouTube. Because somebody was like, oh, somebody commented once, oh, Damien, be careful, that's a sign of diabetes when you're really thirsty. But I'm like, no, I don't think that's what it is. I think it's just like, I think it'd be dehydration. But all I've been drinking lately is water. But specifically when I get on this mic, my mouth just go dry. Like when I start talking. Jesus, there's nothing like water. Thank you, God. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I've literally wasted 6 minutes of this video running my mouth. Last week's audition ended with Mariah Lynn running up out of nowhere on one of the girls who ran up on her. Now, y'all remember we talked about it either last week or the week before. Actually, on both parts, part 1 and 2. Two different girls ran up on Mariah. We talked about it, right? We said that the girls do not like Mariah. We don't like Mariah over here. We never really have. I don't think y'all really like Mariah either. The fans don't either. However, I don't think it's really worth running up on her. But look, this is what the baddies have promoted for seasons now. This is what Natalie and the girls have promoted. This is what these girls at these auditions think they have to do to get their spot. How can I make myself stand out? Let me attack a cast member. Let me attack not only a cast member, one of the most hated cast members, right? So Mariah comes back to get her lick back. Mariah is back to get her lick back. She runs out. She sneaks the girl. And then I look up and then there's Anna. I'm like, what is Anna Wack doing here? Why are you in the main judge's room? Why did you follow Mariah all the way out here? This is what I'm talking about. Y'all always be following behind one another, trying to look cute. Let me defend you, girl. Let me defend you, girl. Always trying to do that. That's why we got security there, ladies. Fall back. Okay? Fall back. I'm with Cash Doll. Cause look, to be honest, I was watching like out of Cash Doll, Dream Doll, and Asian Doll. Cash Doll is my favorite. But I do wish she would have given us a little bit more. Right? I do feel like Cash was, maybe she was shocked. Because listen, Cash was doing what the rest of us were thinking. This is what she was doing. Like Cash was thinking, if I didn't just get paid 20, 30 bands to show up and do this, I wouldn't be here for this bullshit. I don't think Cash is into it. I think she's thinking, what in the hood mess is this? You know what I mean? Like, what in the trailer park is going on here? I'm just saying, no shade to the trailer parks. I told y'all, I love me a trailer park, bitch. Give me a trailer. Please give me a trailer, but I want that trailer rent. Give me a nice old trailer on some land, and I'm good to go. I ain't no bougie bitch, okay? But yeah, Cash Doll, I don't know. Maybe this was her first time really getting her feet wet in the reality space, and it was kind of shocking to her. I don't know. How do y'all feel about Cash Doll's performance? Did you like her as a judge? I didn't really... As much as I like Cash Doll as a person and an artist, I didn't care for her as a Baddies judge. None of the judges really did good to me, in my opinion. But that's neither here nor there. I digress. Now, do y'all remember Starlet Banks? I said that I thought Starlet Banks should get a ticket, and we see her in front of Natalie and them, and she ends up getting a ticket, which is not that hard. Listen, anybody, if you're watching this show, if you're watching this broadcast, and you want to be on Baddies, go audition. That show is so easy to get on. It doesn't take much, I promise you. Like, it really doesn't. And hell, if you want to go audition, message me and I will help you with your audition. I will tell you what to do, how to do it, what, like, well, I won't tell you what to say because you want to be yourself, but I can help you, right? So, y'all let me know. I've always wanted one of our subscribers to go to the audition. Whether you want to go and report on it for us and bring us back the tea, whether you want to go audition, somebody go do that for season 7. Is it 6 or 7? 7? I think it's 7. Now see, that's what I'm talking about with the lowdown grimy shit that Zeus be doing, okay? Did y'all see how Natalie got those girls to attack the girl that snuck Mariah, right? We talked about how Mariah ran on set and Mariah attacked the girl that jumped her, right? Rightfully so. That snuck her. Rightfully so, okay? Now, it should have been said and done after that. But Miss Natalie Nunn, she hadn't had enough yet. Miss Natalie Nunn wanted to show and stroke and show y'all how big her cock was. Natalie wanted to show how much power she's got, because we all know if it's one thing about Natalie, her ego is the size of her chin. Okay? That ego, I mean, anyway, I didn't like what Natalie did because she uses her power for bad. She uses her power and influence in a negative way a lot of times on these shows, and we saw it this week on the auditions when she literally sicked these girls on a girl auditioning. She got like a few girls, like a pack of fucking dogs, and told them to pretty much attack this girl. And Natalie's trying to justify it by saying, nobody touches one of my cast members. Natalie is trying to justify it by saying, oh, you want to touch Mariah Lynn? Get them, girls. And these girls are so desperate for a spot on the show, they will do any and everything it takes to get there. Okay? And that's what we saw in this moment. I didn't like it. It's not a good look. Like, I get that the girl snuck Mariah and that wasn't right, but what do y'all expect? This is what y'all have pretty much glamorized. You've promoted this. These girls are expected to do these type of things to stand out, or you'll never give them the time of day, right? Look at Tinkerbella and DTB last season. Had they not done that fight they did, they probably wouldn't have gotten chosen. Had DTB not ripped Tinkerbella's wig off and they had all that... I mean, Tinkerbella even said it. DTB even told Tinkerbella, like, you should be thanking me. I got us both on the show. And she's right. That's why I said the show is really easy to get on. So, yeah, I just didn't like that Natalie did that. I did not like that Natalie did that. And then after these girls beat her ass, she gonna get up talking about, I didn't sneak her. I didn't sneak her. Girl, pick your dignity up off the... Pick what little bit of dignity and pride you got left. Pick it up off the floor and get out of there. Stop trying to convince Natalie of whatever because you want to be a star. Okay? Just leave. The girl don't... the way Natalie was treating her... Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. Like, I mean, I don't understand why these girls... I mean, I think even Cash Doll was embarrassed. Watch Cash Doll's face. If you didn't pay attention, rewind, go back and watch, and pay attention. Sis was embarrassed. And we got to remember, I think they were in they were in Detroit. That's Cash Doll's hometown. So, she's probably like, okay, we're going to represent today. We're going to have a good day. And then, it all went down. But I mean, surely Cash Doll watched a Baddies episode before. Now, and then too, back to the Mariah thing. Natalie also acted like that was the first time somebody had ever been snuck on Baddies. Did y'all notice that? Because I'm like, when is it okay and when is it not? Because Natalie made this big ordeal. She's talking all this cash money shit like she's some pimp to these girls. And it's like, really? Do we need to call the real pimp? Do we need to call Lemon Pepper in the room to check you, Natalie, because we've all heard the audio. Stunner Girl played us the audio. And we heard how your pimp talked to you. Do we need to call him collect 1-800? Get Lemon Pepper on the line? We got a hoe that needs to be put in check. We got a mistress on the loose. Do we need to call your pimp because you up here acting a plumb fucking fool, Natalie? Seriously, she had all this smoke for you. Got this girl jumped because she snuck somebody. Yet y'all sneak people all the fucking time. What about when Diamond the Body snuck Bianca Bonnie on Baddies Caribbean and knocked her upside the head right here and could have ended her life, and y'all didn't do shit? Hello, hello. Anybody out there? Now, a girl walks into audition. Just when I thought I had seen it all. A girl walks into audition and you can't even see her face. Her entire face is bandaged. Like, just like a bandage right. It's like, this is what it looked like. All you could see was her eyes and some of her lips. Her entire face is bandaged to cover her nose. I'm like, what? What has it come to in 2024? I mean, god damn. Is it that? Is it? I mean, bitches gonna come in with broke legs, broken in a neck brace. I'm here to audition for Baddies. I'm here to audition for Baddies. What happened, sweetheart? I just got my ass beat in the line, but I want to be on the next season, so I'm here. Girl, go. What is wrong with y'all? This girl had if you got a bandage tied around your motherfucking face like this, on your nut, baby, maybe you should go to the hospital. Maybe you should be in line at the ER and not at the Baddies Midwest auditions. Priorities, baby. And this girl looked like she was every bit of 35. Priorities, sweetheart. What are we doing? Like, now I noticed some more familiar faces. Did y'all notice? Because you gotta really watch to notice them. You gotta really squint and pay attention, or you'll miss them. But there was 2 more familiar Now That's TV faces. Did you guess right? Did y'all notice? Okay, I'll give you a hint. They are on the show Coming Up Miami. Have any of y'all watched? I know I got a lot of Now That's TV watchers on my page. Did any of y'all watch Coming Up Miami? Now, I don't watch a lot of Now That's TV, but Coming Up Miami was one of the shows that I watched, and it was actually one of the shows that I thoroughly enjoyed. Now, Shador and Tenaki. If you watched Coming Up Miami, you may remember Shador and Tenaki. They were both on Coming Up Miami, and they were both there together auditioning for Baddies Midwest. It's like, okay, girls, we know everybody going from Now That's TV and try to get on Zeus because they know that's where the come up is. No shade to Now That's TV, but Zeus is where the money, the platform, the come up is. If you go on Zeus, you're guaranteed a 5-figure paycheck, and you're guaranteed 50 to 100,000 Instagram followers. Like that. Okay? You go on Now That's TV, you're guaranteed maybe $1,500 a week, and maybe 10,000 Instagram followers, unless you're an Ivory. Now, Ivory is somebody, Ivory, Now That's TV puts her on every fucking show. So, of course, she's going to have more followers. But Natalie, I need to put some chapstick on. My lips are dry. Natalie, throughout the auditions, there were a number of just stupid, outlandish things that Natalie wanted these girls to do in order to get a ticket. Okay? I mean, just the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. One of those things was, if anybody brought a bag in with them, step forward. If you brought a bag in with you, step forward. Now, I would have got a ticket on this one, okay? I would have got a ticket on this one. Hold on. I'm auditioning, right? If you have a bag, step forward. Okay? This is my work bag slash personal bag slash everyday bag. I take this bag with me everywhere. Okay, so this would have been with me at the auditions. I just ordered a new bag today, actually, from Fashion Nova, and it's so fucking cute. I don't promote Fashion Nova; they don't pay me or nothing. That's just a shameless plug. I got the cutest bandana print Birkin looking bag, and like I couldn't wait to get it. So I got 1 day shipping on that bitch. It should be here tomorrow. I cannot wait. But if you know Damien, one thing about Damien is he's gonna always, wherever Damien is, my bag gonna be right there near me, bitch. Okay? Because I just always need something. I always need something, and I keep everything in here. Now, Natalie asked anybody with a bag that brought a bag with them to step forward. Okay? So a couple girls stepped forward because most people didn't bring a bag. If they did, it's a small bag or it's a little fanny pack, but a few people had a backpack, may have had their, their work bag, their travel bag like I have here. And Natalie says, okay, for those that have their bag, I want you to pull out, show me what you've got, and I want you to pull out deodorant, right? So if you're able to pull out deodorant from your bag, you pretty much get a ticket. Now, I guess what she's trying to say is like trying to be cute and say, I want clean girls on the cast. I don't want any girls that don't have good hygiene. You know what I'm saying? Which I think is actually kind of stupid because if you let's say she did cast a girl with bad hygiene. Let's say she did cast a musty girl or a fishy girl. Sorry, y'all. Let's just say she did cast a girl like that, right? That might be a good little storyline. That might be a way to get some shit stirred up. Who's musty? Bitch, are you musty? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Anyway, so I'm just like, what the fuck kind of audition is this? So, girl that she's talking to is over here like digging through her bag, pulling shit out. She pulls a lint roller out. Natalie's like, I didn't ask for a fucking lint roller. Where's the deodorant? The girl's looking. She digging. She can't. I'm like, sis, baby girl, you're a whole female. How you not always? This is one thing that I always have in my bag. Okay? And I'm a male, and this is not a promotion. They are not getting my I should have never showed the brand name. The fuck? This is going to always be in my motherfucking bag. Okay? Because I don't know about y'all, but I sweat a lot. Number one, I'm a man. Number two, I feel like men tend to sweat more, probably tend to get musty easier. And when I wear deodorant, it like wears off in 3 or 4 hours. So I always keep some deodorant on me. So when homegirl was digging through her bag and she didn't pull out no deodorant, I'm like, sis, what's going on? And see, this is even like a travel size. Girl, go to the dollar store, go to the local Walmart, spend you $1.50, get you a travel deodorant and throw it in your bag. And I know y'all was standing outside in line all day waiting for that audition. I know y'all was standing outside in line all day. I know the puss stank. I know the booty cheeks stank. I know the balls stank. Oh, not the balls. I'm sorry. Oh my God. I'm totally thinking we auditioning for Bad Boys or something. I know them underarms stank. You know what I'm saying? Do y'all get me on that? Does anybody else carry like maybe I'll do a video one day of what's in my bag? Because, baby, it ain't just a few things. I got quite a bit. I got an arsenal. Okay? I got an arsenal. Whatever you need, my love. Whatever you need, I got it. You want it? I got it. You want it? I got it. You like my hair? Gee, thanks. Just bought it. I see it. I like it. I want it. I got it. But yeah, I swear they just I feel like they ran out of stuff to do, say, ask. So they're just pretty much doing whatever they can to get content at this point, right? Because I mean, what do you do at an audition like this? How do you audition for Baddies, right? Like literally, this type of audition should be a video submission. It shouldn't be open auditions. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but whatever. Now, the one mixed girl, that one mixed girl who punched that little skinny white girl that they called the white sexy red. Y'all know who I'm talking about? Y'all remember her? Cute little mixed girl. The white girl wasn't as cute, but anyway, I didn't like what the mixed girl did to the little white sexy red, because the mixed girl was a little more broad, a little more stocky. You know, she has some thighs. She was a little thicker. And the white girl was really skinny, fragile, bony, tiny. And this mixed girl, I guess, is trying to stand out, trying to show out. And she just walks up on stage and knocks this little white girl clean off the fucking stage. I mean, clean off the stage. Just sweeps her off the stage like she's a piece of fucking trash. Now, mind you, this girl did nothing. Just like a lot of these girls, they breathe the wrong way, and somebody attacks them just to try and get a spot on the show. I don't like it. It's straight up bullying. It's straight up. It's just, I don't like watching stuff like that. Like I don't. It's not good. Not good energy. I don't like seeing things like that. And it's like, I hope you know what? That girl that did that, I hope you did all that just to not get on the show. I hope you did all that just not get on the show. Now, do y'all remember when Natalie said, if you're from Chicago, step forward? And then one girl stepped forward. And then she said, if you're from Detroit, step forward. And another girl step forward. So we had a Chicago girl standing there, and then we had a Detroit girl standing there. And y'all know who I'm talking about? Those two girls. The girl from Detroit I really liked. Well, I don't want to say I really liked, but out of all the girls that auditioned, she was one of the girls I was kind of like looking at, only because I liked her confidence. And I liked what she had on. Because like I mentioned to y'all in previous, in our last after shows we did, a lot of these girls are showing up looking like they just clocked out of a shift on the corner of, you know, Main Street and Chestnut Avenue. They look like they just got the corner of Governor's Drive. A lot of these girls look like they just rolled out of bed, tied their hair up, threw a bonnet on, threw on something wrinkled and with dog hair all over it, and ran to the auditions real quick. Nobody is really dressing to impress, and I mean, some of them are trying to dress to impress, but it looks tacky. It looks a hot mess, right? Now, don't get me wrong. There were quite a few really pretty girls who came to shut it down, who came to slay, and that's what I think. When it was Chicago versus Detroit, that Detroit girl, I really thought she was cute. She was giving me a Cash Doll look, and I think that's why Cash Doll even gave her a ticket, and I think Cash Doll may have even related to her, like, oh, you're from Detroit, you kind of got a Cash Doll look, here you go. And then they had the two girls fight. I mean, do we expect anything less? Now, another thing that the girls, you know, I told you guys that Natalie had these girls doing dumb shit, like if you got a bag, pull out some deodorant, you can get a ticket. Okay, the next group of girls come in, and Natalie says, one by one, I want each of you to rap a Cash Doll verse. Yes, Natalie asked each girl to rap a Cash Doll verse. I'm like, what is this? I thought this was Baddies Midwest Auditions. Is this America's Next Best Rap Star? I'm just confused. And here's my thing. Let's say I showed up for the auditions and I want to be on the show, right? I like Cash Doll, but I don't know a single Cash Doll song, I don't think. I'm sure I've heard it. I know I've heard Cash Doll's music before, but I don't know her music like that, right? Like, it would be like if somebody said one by one, recite a Nicki Minaj song, bitch, I'm on it. Okay? This one is for the boys with the booming system, top down AC with the cooling system. What song you want, and I'm spitting it out, okay? Bar for bar, lyric for lyric. But with Cash Doll, as much as I love her and think she's beautiful, if I got to the auditions and they were like, rap a Cash Doll lyric, I'm going to be like, what? I'm not here for American Idol. Can I tell you about myself? Can I tell you who I am and why I want to be on this show? Natalie, focus, bobblehead. What is going on? This is your show, Natalie, and it looks a fucking mess, as it always does. I thought you were the executive producer. Well, produce some shit. Because what you're producing is a fucking mess, Natalie. And for somebody who's been in the game for almost, 20 years now? 16 years you've been in the game, Natalie. And this is what you're bringing to the fucking table? You didn't learn anything working on all those networks, Natalie. You've worked on you've Celebrity Big Brother, the Lifetime Network, WeTV, Oxygen, Zeus. I mean, all these different networks. Have you not learned anything yet? And I can't blame it all on Natalie. Lemon Pepper is to blame for a lot of it. But we know Lemon Pepper is too busy somewhere getting his dick sucked. I mean, he ain't worried about this show. As long as the money is cashing in, as long as he's getting your $5.99 each and every month, he don't give a fuck what we got to say about this show. He does not care what the viewers and the fans have to say, even though it's a subscription-based platform and he's not paid off of advertisements. He's paid by subscription dollars. He doesn't care what you and I think. Let me take it back. He does care what we think, but he never takes our advice. And if he does take our advice, we're not going to get credited for it. Now, but that, whenever they did the whole Cash Doll rap a lyric, that's when I knew that these auditions were a setup. That's when I knew that these auditions were strictly for entertainment purposes only, and it's nothing about an audition. Which we knew that, right? We knew that. Excuse me. These girls easily get set up each and every time. Each and every time they get set the fuck up. There might be 2 girls that get chosen out of 10,000, and that's it. Now, while the girls were rapping Cash Doll's music, because believe it or not, well, they are in Detroit. I'll listen to say, believe it or not, a lot of these girls knew Cash Doll's music, but we are in Detroit, her hometown. But it made me wonder, Asian Doll, Cash Doll, and Dream Doll, the 3 dolls, it made me wonder why none of them have never gone mainstream. You know what I'm saying? We never hear them on the radio. And I'm not saying this in a bad way. I'm just wondering why. You know what I mean? We never hear them on the radio. We never see them featured in, we never see them in their, how Nicki and Cardi did Motorsport, and then Cardi and Meg did WAP. We never see them in any other bigger rappers' songs being featured. We never see them at award shows, really. They're not really in the Cardi, Nicki, Meg, Lotto arena. Well, Nicki's in her own arena, but y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all know what I'm saying? I feel like they don't get that mainstream notoriety like those other girls do. And it could very well be that they're just independent. They're not signed to a label. Because when you're signed to a label, they're the ones that get you the award shows and get you the features and the tours and all that shit. So maybe it's just because they're independent. I don't know. If y'all know the answer to that, feel free to let me know what you think, okay? Now, um, so the next group of girls are ushered in, and nothing is different from the previous girls. Natalie is still coming up with dumb shit for them to do, right? So this time, Natalie tells each of the girls to get down and start doing push-ups. Now, it was in this very moment that it clicked for me, like a light switch. I'm like, why is Nat like, why all this random shit? What is, like, I don't get it. And then it clicked. It's like, oh, Natalie is trying to fish out who is going to be her yes man, who is going to be her bobblehead, who is going to be the next Jayla, the next Scotty, who is going to be the next girl that's going to do whatever I say, that's going to jump as high as they can when I say jump, bitch, jump. That's going to leap off that bridge when I tell that hoe to jump off that fucking bridge, right? That's what Natalie's doing. And it clicked to me when she told these girls, get on the floor and do push-ups. And this one girl said, I'm not doing that. And listen, Natalie was so pissed, okay? Natalie was so pissed. She says, well, get the fuck out of here then, bitch. Natalie says, well, get the fuck out of here then, bitch. Y'all see how her ego is set up? You see? She's testing all these girls to see who will listen to her at a blink of an eye. Because Natalie wants to know when they get ready to film the new season, if she says go fuck the boss, then there ain't no questions asked. They gonna go in there and they gonna fuck the boss. Y'all see what I'm saying? Allegedly. Okay? That's just my opinion. I'm not saying that's happening. That's my opinion. I think that these auditions are literally casting calls for the next mistress, for the next Zeus Network call girl. Okay? That's what I think allegedly happens with these auditions. They're one big casting couch. They're one big potential freak off in the future. Okay? He is allegedly orchestrating his freak offs, getting his girls in place. Now, the girl that said she's not doing the push-ups, I respect her. I don't blame her. First of all, she was too cute to be on the floor doing push-ups with her LBD, her little black dress that she had on. She had a little black dress on. She had some heels. She had her purse. She looked cute, right? Whole nine. And then you're going to tell her, get on the floor and do push-ups. It's like, what? For what, Natalie? Like, are you trying to humiliate us? Are you trying to belittle us? Make us look like we're less than you? Because I'm not about to get on this floor and do fucking push-ups when I'm here to audition for Baddies. I'm not here to audition for Survivor, bitch. Okay? Like, what is the deal? We know what the deal is. Think about what I told y'all. Think about what I said. Why else would Natalie be doing this? It's either A, they've ran out of content, things to say, stuff to do, or B, it's what I just told y'all. And you know what, Natalie? You really fucked up. Because if it had been me, I would have chosen that one girl that said no, she's not doing it. I would have chosen her, and I would have made the rest of those girls go. And you know why? Because I would have respected that girl for standing on her own 2 feet and not listening to me. It would have been a test. It would have been a test to see who all in this room is a kiss ass. Who all in this room is just going to do what I say just to you know, for whatever reason. I want to see who in this room is going to be bold enough to tell me, no, I'm not doing it. That would have been me. I would have said, I like you. Because you a bad bitch. You ain't scared to speak your mind. I want you. Y'all feel me? I mean, and Natalie was pressed about her not doing him. Talking about, she said, what did she say? Talking about, I'm not doing it. All the other girls got down. Bitch, what you think this is, Natalie? Burger King? You think you can have it your way? Huh? Is that what you think, sis? Not everybody that crosses your path, Natalie, is gonna eat your pussy. Every girl you meet is not gonna part your cheeks and lick your hole. It's just not gonna happen. Everybody's not wired and built like that. Now the next group comes in, and here they go again with the weird shit. Just weird. It should be called the Weird Network, because we got a group of what, 15, 20 girls in the room, and Natalie says, everybody turn to your neighbor, turn to the person beside you, and make out with them. Now, could you imagine if this were a room with 4 male judges and a room full of potential bad boys? Could you imagine, or let me not even say that, could you imagine if we were in a room of 4 male heterosexual judges in a room full of males auditioning for a show, and one of the males judges told the contestants, the all-male contestants, to face your partner and make out? Could you imagine the double standard that there would be? Could you imagine the outrage there would be? But because they're women, it's okay. And I mean, and it is okay. Do what you want to do. But if this were men, it would be so, oh my God, this is perverted. This is, you know what I'm saying? But listen, across the board, girls, boys, to me, it's weird. The making out thing. It's just so weird. We're not here for that. This makes no sense. This defeats the purpose of what we are here for. Why does nobody take these auditions serious? And lastly, and most importantly, I don't want to kiss no random bitch I've never met before. Hello? Everybody don't have good oral hygiene. Everybody don't brush their teeth. And you want me to stick my lips and my tongue into somebody else's mouth? I don't know if they just ate before they walked in here. Are you kidding? I don't know if a bitch just sucked a dick before she walked in here. I don't know if a bitch just puked out in line while she was waiting. I mean, what's the obsession with these hoes making out? Is giving. I mean, can we not ask at this point which girls are bisexual? We can already allude to Natalie being bisexual, allegedly, based off of those photos of her and Scotty, where Scotty's sucking on Natalie's nipple and Natalie's going, ah. We already know you like girls, Natalie. But, and then also based off this episode, Asian Doll, and I've got the vibe from Asian Doll before too. I get the vibe that Asian Doll would put the strap. Asian Doll would get the strap and she would fuck the hell out of you. Okay? Natalie and Asian Doll are the two that I think are bisexual. Cash and Dream, I'm giving y'all a pass. Y'all giving me no reason to think so. But Asian and Natalie, yeah. What's tea? What's tea, Natalie? What's tea, Asian? And Asian Doll's always given me like a masculine vibe anyway. Do y'all feel that way? Like she's always given me a little mask energy. And that's okay. That don't always mean that you're gay. But Let's see. Oh, and speaking of Asian doll and her potentially being lesbian, bi, gay, is she out? Is she bi? Is she undercover? I need anybody that knows this about Asian doll. Please let me know, because I was already thinking she was a little gay before this, but there was a girl. Sorry, y'all. My brother is blowing my phone up right now. Let me cut my volume off. So there was this girl that came to audition, and Asian was gonna give her a ticket, and she was like, "Here, come get your ticket. Come get your ticket." And she was like, uh, she was like, "Give me a kiss me." And the girl kissed her directly on the lips. And then as she walked away, she turned around and said something to Asian doll, and Asian doll was like, she wanted to kiss her again. And again, I'm like, now let's reverse that. Let's make that two straight men. Y'all would be stroking the fuck out. Y'all would be stroking the fuck out if that were a heterosexual rapper up there and he was kissing a male contestant. But it really makes me wonder, did y'all, like, what's going on? Like, is it just me? It's all so weird to me. Did y'all take ecstasy or something before you went out and did this? I'm trying to kissing strangers on the lips. Am I in the Twilight Zone? Please, can I get a amen? Cause somebody help me out here. Asian doll is definitely one of the undercover girls. Fatty Ma was the girl's name that she kissed. Fatty Ma. That was her name. Now, let me see here. We gotta talk about Amara Marie or Anna Marie or whatever her name is. I can't remember what her name was. Something Marie. But there were these two sisters who auditioned, right? And they were getting ready to go in the audition room, and they were on the outside, and Tiffany New York Pollard is, she's interviewing people as they go in and out of the audition room. And Tiffany's talking to the sisters. She's interviewing them. She's talking to them. How do you like being here? Yada yada yada. And the sisters were popping their shit, right? We're from here. I'm so and so. This is my sister. And they were like, we fight together. And one of them said, nobody better touch my sister, or it's up. And literally, I was watching this. I'm like, was this planned? Was this set up? Because the girl was like, ain't nobody gonna touch my sister. If anybody touch my sister, it's up. And literally, mid-sentence, as soon as she said that, somebody ran up from behind and clocked the sister straight in the motherfucking face. Right here. Okay? Clocked. Now, meanwhile, I'm waiting for the other sister to do her thing, because she just said, if anybody hits my sister, it's up, right? Now, why did it take 6 to 10 seconds for the sister to jump in and do something? Did y'all notice that? Was that just me? Y'all popping all this shit talking about, don't nobody fuck with my sister. You fuck with my sister and it's up. And then literally the universe says, okay, they fuck with your sister. And like, if that would have been me, my immediate instinct, there wouldn't have been time to think. There would have been no 6 to 10 seconds to think about what I'm going to do, because my immediate instinct would have been attack mode. If I'm standing here with my brother and somebody out of nowhere just attacks him, my first reaction is just going to be grab, punch, whatever I got to do. I'm not going to sit there and go, oh shit, I got cameras on me, let me attack. That's what it seemed like to me. It seemed like to me, had them cameras not been there, your sister would have handled it all on her own. I digress. Okay. But to me, the other sister, she didn't jump in fast enough for me. She didn't jump in fast enough for me. And I'm sorry, you guys, for the sound. I guess nobody's considerate anymore. My mother's in there throwing dishes around. She's in there washing my dishes, but slinging them. If y'all hear dishes clanking, that's her. Cooper, my dog, and they're barking up a motherfucking storm. I finally got him to be quiet. My baby niece is here. She's a year old. So if you hear a baby, you hear that. Life be lifing sometimes, okay? But yeah, the sisters. Back to them. The one sister was literally talking about nobody better touch my sister, but it took you 5 minutes to jump in. Okay. Now, there was one girl that was auditioning, and I've seen this before, you guys, but it always stuns me. Like, this is a talent, okay? Because there was one girl who came in, and, you know, she's like, hey, I'm here, and she turns over, and she starts twerking her ass, right? And her ass literally was clapping. Like, it literally made this sound right here. My hands are her cheeks, okay? And that was the movement, that was the cadence of her booty cheeks clapping. I'm like, oh my God, that would be so cool to be able to do. What a talent to be able to make your booty cheeks clap. Let me see if I can do this here. Do y'all hear it? Hold on. Ready? Can y'all hear it? Hold on. What about now? Can you hear it? Ah! That's how you shake ass, bitch. That's how you shake some ass. Okay. I gotta go some air on. I'm a little warm. And it's only 70-something degrees outside. I don't know why I'm so hot. Maybe because I just got up and tried to twerk. Now, the one moment during these auditions where I really respected the judges and what they did, okay? Because there was this wild... Sorry. There was this one moment where I really respected what the judges did because there was this wild animal that came in to audition. This wild animal that came in with a short, thin, flimsy, matted bob. Little short, flimsy, thin, matted bob. And a fake Versace shirt on with some granny panties. Yes, imagine it. A short, thin, matted bob. Now, homegirl that I'm talking about in this blonde, cheap, matted wig, this little bob, her fake Versace shirt. It was the Versace print. It didn't say Versace or anything, but it was that, you know, that cheap yellow, black, white Versace pattern that a lot of brands try to rip off. She was wearing one of those shirts, and then like some granny panties, okay? This girl, y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Towards the end. Excuse me. Built like a football player. She, just like the girl from earlier, decides to run up on a girl that is a lot smaller than her. I'm talking about a lot smaller than her. And this girl that is smaller than her did nothing to warrant this attack, okay? Did nothing. This animal in the blonde wig that ran up on this young girl, she just runs up on her out of nowhere. And I mean, beats the brakes off her. Did y'all see? She got the young girl on the ground, and the young girl, the girl that was smaller that got her that got attacked, she handled herself well because she stood up after that, held her head high, was willing to fight this hoe again, and then got her ticket, right? But when that girl jumped on top of her and attacked her, did y'all see how she had her on the ground and she was just plummeting her fist into that girl's head? Oh, and this girl, y'all, this girl did nothing. This girl is there to audition like everyone else. And she caught a stray for nothing. But Natalie and the other girls weren't there for it. They were like, yo, that's not cool. Natalie was like, fuck that shit. She told the girl that was attacked to come get her ticket because she handled it so well. And then here come the linebacker thinking she finna get her ticket for showing her ass. She thought she was going to get her ticket. And Natalie said, wrong. She said, that shit wasn't cool. That shit was not cool. Get the fuck out of here. And I loved every moment. Because, Natalie, that's when you get in somebody's ass. This other shit you've been doing, like the shit with Mariah, the way you had those girls jump on that girl like that, I can't get down with that. But this one right here, you were on the right side of history with that one, sis. And I'm right there with you. Because what that girl did was so wrong. To attack that girl like that. And then you look like that, for one. If you're going to attack the girl for nothing, at least be a baddie. At least be done up. And that she is a prime example of the girls I'm talking about that just roll out of bed and come in there with no effort and expect to get chosen. How you going to come on a show in your wig literally look like it came off Temu for $4.99 and you think you finna get chosen? You had on granny panties, sis. I would have gone commando before I put them on. You trollops. I mean, a bunch of trollops. That's what I call them. You trollops act like, y'all act like just plumb fucking idiots, man. Oh, and that girl that got her ass whooped by that chick, on top of getting a ticket, they also gave her a bunch of, well, I don't want to say a bunch of cash, but it looked like 6 or 7 $20 bills. So it looked like they may have gave her $150 or so. Hey, at least she got a little something out of it, right? I'd have been mad had I came there, got my ass whooped, didn't get a ticket, didn't get nothing. Oh, and another thing, before we're about to wrap the video up. There's a few things I wanted to touch on before we wrapped it up. Everybody and their mamas was drinking out of that Casamigos bottle. Did y'all notice that throughout these last 3 episodes? They had a bottle of Casamigos behind the desk, and Natalie was letting girls, drink out of it. Now, I'm sure some of them were doing the whole like that, but some of them are putting their mouth on it. I'm like, oh, see, this is why we had COVID. This is why we had a worldwide pandemic. You hoes swapping spit with one another and you don't know each other. Sharing liquor bottles. I'm not a germaphobe, y'all. I'm not. But it's just like, well, maybe I am. I've had somebody tell me that. Somebody tell me, like, you're a germaphobe. But I don't feel like I am. I feel like it's just common, normal situations, Like sometimes if I go into a store or a gas station, I'll take my shirt and I'll open the door like this, you know what I mean? Or if I go to a restaurant before I eat, I'll pull out some hand sanitizer and wash my hands. With that, I feel like that's just common. That's just what you're supposed to do, right? I don't feel like that's a germaphobe. But Natalie was handing the Casamigos and they was drinking it. Now, last but certainly not least, we see the lovely Miss Maggie. Maggie has a place in my heart, okay? We've seen Maggie at every audition now. She's back again, and it's just something I love about her. I think it's because she's just so innocent, you know what I mean? She means no harm. She's a big fan of the show, and if y'all don't know, Maggie is the one, it's a little older, probably in her 40s, 50s. I'd say she's probably in her mid 50s. She's definitely got some sort of intellectual disability. You can tell with Maggie. You can just tell that she's not all the way there. And I don't mean that to be ugly, because I don't want to dehumanize her or anything, because I really do love Maggie, and I think she's a sweet girl, sweet woman. I like watching her on the show. I mean, on the auditions. I like seeing her each season. She always does something crazy and outlandish. We saw on last week's episode, she bent over, shook her ass, and she had on a diaper, bitch. And that diaper was this big. Maggie brought more entertainment than any of these hoes did. Hell, y'all need to cast Maggie. Shit. I'm saying. I'm saying, okay? Maggie came in and she faced Natalie and them, and she said, I need the money bad. I need the money bad. I'm broke as fuck. Maggie said, look, I'm tired of living off this $800 a month. I'm tired of living off this check that they give me every month. This disability check, this $800 a month ain't cutting it. I don't blame you, Maggie. Hey, you know what? At least she out here trying to get it some other kind of way, right? Maggie could be at home collecting her check, but she said, no, let me get out here and let me try to get on this show and get this bread. I see you, Maggie. Maggie's a hustler, okay? No, unfortunately, I don't think they're ever going to choose Maggie. But what I love about these girls is that they're nice to her. They treat her with respect. Nobody uses her for clout and clicks and views and makes fun of her, like Bobby Lights did on Bobby I Love You Purr when he had a contestant in a wheelchair and decided to take the wheelchair and push it as hard as he could to humiliate this boy. Thankfully, the baddies don't do anything like that. Natalie actually hugged Maggie and, you know, smiled and was being sweet to her the same way Mariah and Anna Mac were, and it was just nice to see. Be nice, you know, be nice to people. It costs nothing, and it'll make you a better person. And you'll be nicer. If you be nice to other people, it makes you nicer overall. You know what I'm saying? You just feel more positive and happy, and you want to do more positive, happy things. Anyway, y'all, this video is almost came to an hour. I know y'all love them hour-long videos, so here you go. I'm giving you a long one, okay? And not the long one that you're thinking about, you little nasty. But I'm giving you a long one here. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please make sure you join the conversation below and leave me your thoughts and opinions on what you thought about part 3 of the auditions. Is there anybody out of all 3 parts that you saw that stood out to you that you want to see on Baddies Midwest? What about Baddies Gone Wild? Was there anybody that you saw that you would think would be a good fit for that show? Let me know in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you. Also, make sure you click that subscribe button. Subscribe to the channel so you never miss a beat. Also, click that thumbs up button. Like this video. That helps me get into the YouTube algorithm. And last but not least, if you would like to donate to the Damien After Dark channel and help us grow and sustain our show, in the description box below will be some ways that you can donate, okay? Thank you guys so much for your donations, for liking my videos, for commenting, sharing my videos, your words of encouragement, the sweet things you say. I really appreciate you guys so much, okay? And I love you from the bottom of my cold heart. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you. Bye.